Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a 65-minute level 3. It's a split class. So you could do the whole first half of this class as an independent kind of flow. It's a strengthening yoga flow. So there's no props in there. There's a lot of plank work. There's a lot of upper body strength work. And you could do that completely independently and just leave us halfway. Or you can do a 60-minute class, and the second half of the class, we use a ball. So you could do it probably without a ball. I don't give cues for it, but you could sub in sliders for any of the movements where the ball moves, or you could do the more static poses just without the ball if you wanted to. If you enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend. And if you've got comments or feedback, please let me know in the comments section below. We are going to get started today in a dolphin pose. So we jump in really, really quickly. So if you need to warm up and do anything like that first, please do that. And then I will meet you in a dolphin pose. Starting in a forearm plank, elbows are underneath the shoulders, forearms are parallel, palms can be down or they can face each other. You can drop the knees here if you need to. Wherever you are, you're pulling your toes or your knees towards your elbows and your elbows towards your lower body. Face is relaxed. We're going to take 5 more breaths here. From here, keep your forearms as they are. You're just going to start to walk your feet up towards your elbows. Bend your knees as much as you need to lengthen through the spine. Dolphin pose. If this is feeling too much for you right now, you can always straighten the arms and come into your downward facing dog. You could bend and straighten the knees a little bit here. You can move yourself from side to side. We're going to take about 5 more breaths here. Let the head be heavy. No tension in the neck or the jaw. Walk your feet back just a little bit. Press into the hands, take an inhale. If you can, both at the same time on your exhale, you're going to lift the elbows up so you're in a downward dog. And then as you inhale, you're going to bend the elbows, bring them down to dolphin. Exhale, press the floor away, downward dog. Inhale, come into your dolphin. We've got 3 more here. Come into your downward dog, and then ripple through the spine like a wave. Move yourself forward into your high plank pose. Hands are underneath the shoulders or slightly in front. Energy through the whole body. Relax the neck. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. 5 more breaths. Take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, send the hips all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. Take an inhale, raise your right leg up, keep the hips square, squeeze the glute at the top. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, take the left leg up, keep the hips square. Exhale, set it down. You're just going to do 2 more on each leg. From here, you're going to keep your hands where they are. You're just going to walk your feet in a little bit, not all the way to the back of your wrists, but halfway. So we're in like a really short downward dog and your shoulders are over your wrists. This might already be working a lot for you and you can stay.
Otherwise, as you inhale, you're going to bend the elbows out to the side, crown of the head comes towards the floor, and then exhale, press away into your pike. Inhale, come down into your push-up. Exhale, press the floor away. We've just got 3 more. Walk your feet back, walk your hands back in, high plank pose. Step the right foot in so that the knee is underneath the hip. Step the left foot in so the knee is underneath the hip. Bear pose. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Same thing as with your planks, you're drawing the feet and the hands towards each other. Lower the knees down, untuck the toes. Inhale, reach the sternum forward, tail to the sky, cow belly breath. And then as you exhale, press the floor away, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 3 more. Come back to a neutral spine, tuck under the toes. We're going to come back into that bear. So take an inhale. As you exhale, press the floor away, knees come to hover. This could be enough for you and you can stay here. Otherwise, we're going to add a push-up. So as you inhale, you're going to shift forward. See if you can tap the nose to the floor. And then exhale, bring it back up. Your knees stay bent and hovering. Inhale, elbows come wide, tap the nose to the floor. Exhale, come back up. So if tapping the nose to the floor means you jut your chin forward, then I don't want you to do that. I would prefer that you didn't touch the floor and kept a nice neutral neck. We've just got 2 more. And then set the knees down, untuck the toes. Inhale, cow belly breath. Exhale, into your cat. Come into a tabletop position, ground down through the left hand and the right knee. Take an inhale. As you exhale, send the right hand and the left leg long. Make sure that you haven't dropped through one side of your pelvis. Your right hip is above your right knee. You're engaging the back of your leg and reaching out of your rib cage. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, tuck and round, knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale to lengthen. We've got 3 more. Inhale to lengthen. Keep the leg lifted. Set the right hand down. Tuck under the right toes. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift the right knee. We're in a bear. You could stay here. Otherwise, that right hand is going to reach forward. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck. Knee to elbow. Oh my God, my quad. Inhale. Reach it long. Exhale. Tuck. Knee to elbow. Inhale. Reach it long. We've got 3 more. Try and keep your pelvis as stable as you can. Keep that leg hovering. Send the right knee down to the floor. Oh my God, my quad. Ow. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring that left knee down to meet the right. Inhale, cow belly breath. Exhale, tuck and round. Neutral spine. Inhale here. As you exhale, left arm, right leg. Neutralize through your spine, so make sure you're not crunching the right rib cage to the right pelvis. Lengthen through both sides of your waist. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, tuck. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale to lengthen. 4 more. Last one. Reach it long. Keep the right leg lifted. Take the left hand down. Get ready for the pain. It'll be over soon. Take an inhale here, tuck under the left toes, and then as you exhale, lift the left knee. You could stay, otherwise that left hand reaches. Inhale, exhale, knee to elbow. 4 more. Send the leg back, set the hand down, set the knee down, both knees down, tabletop. Ouch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Come back to a neutral spine. Make sure you've got enough room on your mat. You're going to walk your hands forward into a puppy pose. So keep your hips above your knees and then reach your hands forward. The idea would be that your chest would touch the floor, maybe, but I don't want you to put your chin on the floor and crank in through the back of your neck. I would much prefer that you had your forehead down on the floor and your chest never comes to the floor. Take 3 more breaths here. Think of pulling the hips away from your fingertips. So like I've got my hands in your hip creases and your fingertips are glued to the floor. From here, we're going to shift back into that forearm plank. So those forearms come down, shift back into your forearm plank. Angle your right arm in as much as you need to make your right shoulder stable, and then roll to the outside edge of your right foot. You could stagger your feet here if you needed to. Left hand to the sky, take an inhale. As you exhale, keep the left toes facing forward as you lift them up to a hover. Inhale, slow and control, set them down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, set them down. We've got 3 more. We're staying on this side. Set the left foot a little bit behind the right. Walk that right foot forward. We're going to lift the bottom leg. Take an inhale. As you exhale, hover the right leg. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale to hover. Inhale, tap it down. 3 more. Come back to your side plank and then move through center plank pose. Take it over to the other side. Angle the left forearm in as much as you need to. Come into your side plank. Stack your hips. Right hand to the sky. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly that right leg lifts. Keep your hip neutral. Inhale, slow, bring it down. We've got 4 more here. Set that right foot slightly behind the left. Stagger that left foot in front. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Inhale, set it down. 4 more. Come back to your side plank and then come all the way through plank. Your forearm plank. Take your feet a little bit wider than your hips if you need more stability. If you want more of a challenge, you're going to bring your toes towards each other. What was that? Take an inhale here. As you exhale, plant your right palm, left palm, high plank. Right forearm, left forearm. Left palm, right palm. Left forearm, right forearm. Keep alternating like this. You're trying to keep your hips as stable as you can. So they're going to move a little bit, but you're trying to aim to keep them as still as possible. Just going to do 1 more. And then send it all the way back into your downward facing dog. We're going to flow a little bit. Look towards the top of the mat. Step, walk, or float your feet to the back of the wrists. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Another 2 of those. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. 1 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. A generous bend in the knees. Drop the tail towards the floor as you start to peel your spine all the way up into standing. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, step, walk, or float, chaturanga. We're going to lower all the way to the floor for this first one. Untuck the toes. Inhale, peel yourself up, baby cobra. Exhale, come down. 4 more. Make sure you're not just pressing the belly into the floor. Think of drawing the belly away from the floor, using your upper back muscles to help you lift. Last 2. Tuck under the toes, knees can be up or down. On your next exhale, press up to plank pose, and then send it back, downward dog. Bend the knees, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float, chaturanga. You can come into up dog, cobra, or straight back to plank here. Option for a second chaturanga if you want it. And then we meet in downward dog. Bend the knees, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. We've got 2 more rounds. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, hold. Set up your alignment. Make sure you're neutral through your spine. You can see your toes, even weight in your feet. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, we're coming to Ardha Utkatasana. So spine comes parallel with the floor. You could reach the arms out in front of you for more challenge, or if you need to, sweep those arms out behind you or into a capital T. Keep sinking weight back into the hips, lengthen from the fingertips. Like we did in that puppy pose, like I'm pulling you from your hip creases and your fingertips are getting glued to something at the top of the mat. 1 more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take it through your vinyasa. Step the right leg forward. We're coming up into crescent lunge as you inhale. We're going to hold this first one for 5 breaths. Even off through your pelvis, both hip points face forward, and you're neutral. So you're not tucking your tail forward, but you're not sticking your butt out behind you. It's like I've got a string attaching you from the crown of your head and a dumb waiter all the way down through your tailbone. Take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, hands through heart center, open up, warrior 2. Heel to arch alignment, make sure you can see your right big toe. Flip your front palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, cartwheel flow through. Option to keep that right leg floating through your vinyasa. Left leg steps to the top of the mat, set up for crescent lunge on this side. And when you're there, take 5 more slow, deep breaths. Take another inhale, and then as you exhale, open it up into your warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior, and then as you exhale, cartwheel flow through your vinyasa. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, half chair. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step, walk, or float. Take it through your vinyasa. Right leg will step. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel flow through your vinyasa. Left leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel flow through your vinyasa. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, half chair. Inhale, hands to the shins, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, take it through your vinyasa. Right leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel flow through. Left leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, vinyasa. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. We'll flow through that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, half chair. Hands to the shins. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Vinyasa. Right leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, vinyasa. Left leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, vinyasa. From your downward facing dog, you're going to drop the elbows. We're back in our dolphin pose. You've got a couple of options here. You could stay in your dolphin. You could take the dolphin push-ups where you shift forward and tap your nose between your thumbs, building strength in the shoulders. Or you can work towards Pincha Mayurasana or a headstand if that is in your practice. I'm not going to talk you through it today, but I will give you several cycles of breath to play. When you've had enough, we're all slowly going to make our way back into a forearm plank. Slowly lower the hips and the pelvis to the floor. Sphinx pose. Really active here. Press the feet into the floor. Press the pubic bone into the floor. Draw the lower belly away from the floor. And then think of pulling the elbows and the pelvis towards each other. Sternum shines through the gateway of the arms. Wipe the profuse amounts of sweat off your face. I'm telling you, summers in the tropics are fucking brutal. It's like a whole nother level of sweat. You're gonna take 2 more breaths here. And then you're slowly gonna lower yourself all the way down onto the floor. From here, you're gonna reach your hands out in front of you. For this first one, your feet, I'm trying to find where I can put this microphone. For this first one, your feet are gonna stay down. You're gonna take an inhale. As you exhale, press your pubic bone down, lift your torso, and then sweep your arms back. Turn the palms up so your hands meet behind your lower back, almost like you're trying to stack them on top of each other. Draw the shoulders and the elbows away from each other. And then as you inhale, your palms will flip back down, reach them towards the top of the mat and come down. To the breath. As you exhale, lift the torso, bring those hands behind you. Opposite hand comes on top. Inhale, take it out in front of you. We're going to do 4 more. And then slowly bring it back down. This time the arms and the legs are going to lift. Both the arms and the legs are going to lift. Anyway, we're going to do a Superman. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, palms face down, legs stay neutral, arms lift, legs lift. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to draw the elbows back to the rib cage. See if you can lift a little higher without pressing the belly down. Inhale, lengthen the arms out. 4 more. Exhale, pull the elbows back. Inhale, lengthen forward. 3 more. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, come all the way down. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale. Knees up or down as you exhale. Press up. High plank pose. And then send it back. Downward facing dog. We're going to do one little short standing sequence. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, step it all the way forward. Inhale, come into your crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. As you exhale, come into side angle pose. Right hand can be on the inside or the outside of your right leg, or forearm to thigh. Left arm reaches long. We're going to come all the way to 5-pointed star. So take an inhale, start to straighten that front leg, turn the toes out to the corner of the mat. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, goddess pose. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, goddess pose. 3 more. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, side angle pose. This time we're coming into reverse warrior. Keep the knee bent as you inhale. And then as you exhale, vinyasa to the back of your mat. This time the left leg will step. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Straighten through the front leg as you exhale, triangle pose. We're coming back to five-pointed star. As you inhale, turn the toes to the corners of the mat. Option to lift the heels this time as you exhale, goddess pose. You can keep them lifted the whole time if you want. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Just three more. Inhale into your star. Exhale, warrior two to the top of the mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, triangle pose. Reverse your triangle as you inhale. And then as you exhale, cartwheel flow through. Look to the top, step walk or float through to a seat. If you're leaving us halfway, these are going to be your last few poses. We're coming into Navasana boat pose. As you inhale, low boat, exhale boat. Inhale, low boat, exhale boat. Just three more. Come down, low boat, plant the feet. Get ready for bridge pose. Hands are going to be down by the side of the body or reaching overhead. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift up into bridge. You could stay here. You could take a wheel pose, or you can come into a single leg march, trying to keep the hips, pelvis, and rib cage as even as you can. If you're coming into that march, you're going to send weight into the left foot, float the right foot in, and then set it down. Weight into the right foot. Don't let the left side of the pelvis drop as you float the left leg, and then come down. We're going to do 4 more marches on each side. If you're somewhere else, you're just going to take as many breaths as it takes the rest of us to finish this. One more each side. And then you're going to slow roll yourself down. Draw your knees in towards your chest. If you're finishing up here, you can take a more passive spinal twist if you want to. Otherwise, you're going to take your hands out to capital T. Legs float to tabletop. Try not to draw the knees in towards you. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to let the legs fall just halfway towards the ground. Keep the right shoulder down. Inhale. Exhale, draw them back to center. Inhale, legs come halfway over to the other side. And then as you exhale, bring them back to center. We're just going 4 more in each direction. Keep the opposite shoulder glued to the floor. Use your obliques to pull you back to center. And draw the knees in towards the chest. If you're finishing at the 30-minute mark, this is where we're going to leave you. Please take any other movements you need. Otherwise, you're going to start to rock and roll the length of your spine. And on your third rock, you're going to come all the way to chair pose. Inhale into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Generous bend in the knees, drop the tail, peel yourself all the way up to standing. Okay. We are going to go and get your bowl. And you could certainly do this without the ball. You would just ignore everything that I'm saying without a ball. But I'm not going to give modifications for without a ball. You'll kind of just have to figure that out for yourself. We're going to come into a plank pose with our hands on the ball. So your hands are going to be on the ball. You're going to step your feet back. It's exactly the same as a plank on the floor, except now your hands are on a ball and it's way, way harder. We're going to take a couple of breaths here. Take an inhale. On your next exhale, see if you can just float your right leg off the floor. Inhale, set it down. Try and keep the rest of your body even as you exhale, float your left leg off the floor. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, right leg. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left leg. Inhale, set it down. Take 3 more on each side. Set it down. Send weight into the heels and then let your hips stretch back. So it's almost like a supported halfway lift. From here, you're going to shift weight forward. We're coming to our forearms. So bring your fingertips towards the back of the ball and then start to shift the body weight forward. Let the forearms meet the ball as you come into your forearm plank. From here, as you inhale, you're going to think of poking your fingertips towards the front of your mat. And then exhale, draw your elbows back in towards your rib cage. So nothing else moves. It's all from the shoulder girdle. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, bring it back. We're going to do 8 more. Nice and slow and steady and controlled. Send weight back into the heels. Roll to the fingertips on the ball and then start to roll up the spine, roll that ball all the way in towards you. And we're going to transition so that the ball is underneath our feet. The more of your leg is supported, the easier this is going to be. So if you want it harder, then you're going to come onto the balls of your feet. If you want it easier, then you're going to come onto your shins. We're once again going to start just by holding a plank. So again, same alignment points apply as when you're on the floor, except now you've got an unstable surface under your feet. I'm going to take 2 more breaths here. You might stay here. Otherwise, we're going to take those leg lifts. Take an inhale. As you exhale, see if you can float your right leg. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, float your left leg. Inhale, set it down. Having your feet closer together on the ball here is going to help you because there's going to be less weight shift from one side of the ball to the other. You take 3 more. You can either step off the ball or you can draw the ball in towards you on your shins and then walk yourself back. So you're kind of in like a inverted child's pose on the ball. Take a nice deep inhale. Nice big exhale. Okay, from here we're going to come into a forearm plank with our feet on the ball and our forearms on the mat. So you might need to come all the way down to the floor to get yourself situated here. Again, the further away from you the ball is, the harder this is going to be. I want the tops of your feet on the ball, so don't tuck under your toes on this one. As you inhale, this time you're going to press the floor away. So think of moving your body away from your elbows, and then as you exhale, dig in through your elbows, pull yourself towards you. Inhale, let the ball allow you to roll back, and then as you exhale, pull yourself in. We're going to do 8 more here. Keep your legs nice and strong. One more. From here, draw the knees in. Slowly step yourself down onto the floor. We're going to do a little bit of side plank work here just because it's really hard, and I want you to do it while your arms are not completely dead, although they might already be completely dead. If you're really slippery, get a towel or something to put underneath you. So your first option would be to keep the left knee down, have the ball underneath your left forearm, and just extend that right leg out to the side, and you could move from there. If you want to make this harder, you're going to come into a full side plank. Your right foot will stagger in front of your left. You could have your right hand here on the ball, or you could bring it up here. I'm going to keep it down. It's just like we did with the forearm plank in terms of moving away from the body. You're going to inhale, let the ball move away from you, and then exhale, pull it in towards you. Inhale, the ball moves away. Exhale, pull it in. This should feel ridiculously hard. We're just going to do 4 more. So we'll do 6 in total. And then set it down. We're just going to take it straight to the other side. So once again, set yourself up where you want to be on this side, and just know that one side is probably going to be weaker than the other. So you might have to modify on one side and not on the other. Set yourself up where you want to go. As you inhale, let that right forearm slide away. Exhale, pull it back in towards you. Inhale, bring it away. Exhale, pull it in. 4 more. And then set it down. We're going to do one more side plank thing here. We'll do a bit more later. We're actually going to keep it on the right hand side of our body. Your left forearm is going to come down to the mat. Your right foot is going to come onto the ball. You could stay in this kind of long variation with your left knee down. This might feel pretty challenging. You could stay here. Otherwise, you might need your right fingertips on the floor. We're going to lift that left leg. So you could keep the knee bent, or you could extend that left leg out in front of you for more of a challenge. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, press the right foot down into the ball. See if you can lift the left knee to tap the right. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, bring it down. We're going to do 4 more. Whew. And then slow set it down. Very ungracefully get off your ball and take it to the other side. Your left foot will be on the ball. Your right forearm will be on the ground. Take whatever modifications you need to on this side. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, that right leg lifts. Inhale, set it down. We're going for, I'm not sure if I did 6 or 8 on the other side. I'm going to do 8 on this side because I have a feeling that I did 8 on the first side. But if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me, or just do as many as you can. The last one. And then slowly bring it down. Come off your ball. You're going to have the ball towards the back of the mat. We're going to make our way into standing. There is no pretty way to transition ball workout movements, unfortunately. You're going to have your right foot on the ball. We're going to do a variation of a sun salutation, but first we're going to do a lunge. So you're going to take an inhale, bend the left knee, send the ball back. So the right leg will be pretty straight. You're hinging back at the hips. Press in through the front leg as you exhale, come to stand. Take your hands to your hips to make sure they both go back evenly. You're not just sending that right hip back. And then as you exhale, press to stand. We're going to do 6 more here. Press down through your left big toe. Last one. We're going to combine this. So you're going to come down into your lunge, and then you're going to plant the hands, step back into a plank pose. Inhale, come down, bend the elbows, maybe push up. Exhale, press the floor away. My God, that's hard. Step the left leg forward. Press in through the foot. Inhale, you're going to come all the way up. Exhale, you're going to start to hinge. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, press the floor away. Inhale, step it all the way forward. The breath pattern is going to change. Exhale, come all the way up to standing. I'm going to add something in here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, press the floor away. You know what? Figure out what breath pattern works best for you, because I seem to be struggling to find something that consistently works. We're going to do 3 more here. So we do 6 in total. Last one. Good news, we get to do the other side. So we're going to start with those lunges. The left foot will come to the ball, even off through your pelvis, even weight through the right foot. Hands to the hips to start. As you inhale, send both of your hips back evenly. Deep bend into the right knee. Get the right knee above the right ankle. And then as you exhale, press down into the whole foot. Bring yourself to stand. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, stand it up. We've got 6 more here. It's just as important to try and bring the pelvis back to standing equally as well. So what you might notice is when you come to stand, that front knee wobbles all over the place. You want to drop back through one side of your pelvis. To the best of your ability, you're trying to keep that even. Last one. Okay, we're going to take those modified sun salutations, find a breath pattern that works for you. I'll talk you through the first one. You're going to send the left leg back, bend the right knee, plant the hands. Right leg steps back to meet left, bend the elbows any amount, press the floor away, step the right foot forward, draw yourself all the way up to standing. You've got 5 more, take them at your own pace. One more. Ooh. All right. We're going to take the ball. We're going to do some hip opening work. Hip openers work. So you're going to bring that ball underneath your right foot. You're going to face the long end of your mat. So we're coming into a side lunge. Similar movement in the hip to your hip opener warrior two triangle, just a completely different orientation. You can turn your left leg out a little bit. As you inhale, you hinge back at that left hip. The ball is going to slide a little bit to the right. And then as you exhale, press into the left foot, the ball will slide in a little bit. Inhale, the ball will slide away a little bit. Your hips go back, your chest comes forward. And then as you exhale, come all the way to stand. We're going to do 6 more here. Last one. From here, you're going to slide that ball in towards you. You're going to sit on the ball. So you're going to straddle the ball with your knees wide. Your toes are back behind you. You're going to hug the ball with your knees. You could stay here. Otherwise, you can come back into a squat. So you'll keep the ball in between your knees, but you'll shift the weight back into your toes, so maybe that ball hovers. Either way, as you exhale, you're going to squeeze your knees together. Inhale, release. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale, release. We're going to do 8 more. We're using those inner thigh muscles, which is sometimes really hard to get to in yoga. Last one. And release. We're going to take it to the other side. So this time the left foot will be on the ball. Your right foot can turn out slightly. You're going to take an inhale and send those hips back. The ball will slide a little to the left. And then exhale, press in through the foot, come all the way up. Inhale, the more your hips come back, the more your chest can come forward. Keep moving your right knee back in space so it's not just pitching over your toes. Exhale, bring it back up. We've got 6 more here. One more. You're going to bring that ball back in between your knees. You can take whatever position you took before, or you can try whatever you didn't do before. We're going to take this to a single leg variation. So if you're coming back into the squat, come back into the squat. Keep your left knee still. You're trying just to isolate the right. So the right knee will squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. 6 more. And now we change. The left leg will squeeze, the right leg stays still. We've got 8. And then slow release that ball. We're going to start to make our way down to the floor. We're going to do a little bit of push-up work, and then we're going to do a little bit of pike work, handstand sort of situations. But first, let's get these out of the way. You're going to have your hands nice and wide on the ball. You're going to be down on your knees for this one. So you're going to inhale, bend the elbows wide. As you exhale, squeeze the ball. Inhale, release. Exhale, press away. Inhale, chest to ball. Exhale, squeeze the hands together. Inhale, release. Exhale, press away. We've got 6 more. Beautiful. From here, we're going to bring that ball behind you. You're going to have your feet on the ball. Once again, you actually know for this one, you're going to have the tops of your feet on the ball. You could have more of your shin on the ball if you needed to. We're going to take some tucks to start, and then we'll do some pikes. So take an inhale here. As you exhale, bend the knees, draw them in towards you like you're coming into the bear pose. And then inhale, send it out. We're just going to do 4 more of these. You could stay with that. Otherwise, we're going to take this to a pike. So legs will stay straight as you inhale. Then as you exhale, pull the ball towards you. Come up into a pike. Inhale, bring it down. We're just going to do 4 more, and then we're going to add on. And bring it back out into your plank. Once again, you can hop off the ball, or you can just roll the ball in towards you like a little child's pose on the ball. So you could stay with either of those variations. Otherwise, I'm going to offer you a single leg variation. If you were feeling really ballsy, you could go for a handstand. I'm not going to do it because I'm terrified that I'm going to screw it up and land back on the ball. But go forth and conquer if that is what you want to do. So come back out into your plank. You could stay with tucks, you could stay with pikes. Otherwise, inhale. As you exhale, pike up, press down through the left foot. See if you can raise that right foot up. It's like an L handstand. Maybe get really light on those right toes. Oh, I'm almost doing it. And then you're going to bring it back down. Come back into the plank. It's really hard to talk and do that. Exhale, come up into your pike. Weight into the right foot. I'm now on my right toes. As I send the left foot up to the sky, press into the hands. Maybe the right foot floats. And then send it back down. We're going to do 3 more on each side. Take it at your own pace. One more on each side. Take as many breaks as you need to. Yeet. It's so much harder than I remember it being. I've got 1 more, but you take as much time as you need. And when you're ready, either come into your child's pose on the ball, or you can come into a supported child's pose on the floor with your hands on the ball. Take a nice deep inhale. Big open mouth exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Okie doke. We are going to come down onto the forearms. So same position, but we're going to be on the forearms. So once again, you could bring yourself down to the floor, or you can do what I did and just kind of make your way onto your forearms. We're going to do those pikes again. You could stick with tucks here on the forearms. You'll just feel it slightly differently. Otherwise, we're going to pike up as if you're coming to dolphin. So take an inhale. As you exhale, pull the ball towards you. See if you can come up onto the toes. And then inhale, bring it down. Exhale, roll that ball in towards you. Inhale, bring it down. We've got 3 more, and then we're going to do those single leg options again. Bring it out. If you don't need a breath, If you don't need to catch your breath, you could take it straight into those single leg options, just like we did in the pike. Otherwise, take a moment, let the blood come out of your head, and then we're going to take it into a single leg variation. You could, of course, just stick with what you were just doing. You could also just do a dolphin pose, a handstand, a headstand, whatever you're working on. Otherwise, you're going to send it back into that forearm plank. Take an inhale. As you exhale, pike it up. Send weight into the left foot. Maybe the right foot lifts. Maybe you can come into pincher from here. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, roll it in. Left foot lifts. Inhale, bring it out. I'm just going to do 2 more on each side. As always, you can do this until your heart is content. And when you're ready, everybody make your way down onto the floor. We are going to do one more hard thing. I told you we were going to do some more hard planks, more side planks. This is them. Okay, last planks. Then we're going to do some bridges, and then we'll be done. So you can bring the ball under whichever arm you like. I've got it underneath my right arm. I'm sure that my hair looks stunning at the moment. Setting fashion trends around the world, I am. Right forearm is going to be on the ball. You could keep your right knee down and extend your left leg and just work here. If you're done, that's totally fine. You could bring your left hand to the ball and use that as a prop. You're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, see if you can lift your right knee to tap your left. Inhale, set it down. Harder would be extending that right leg out in front of you and lifting it from there. We're going to do 6 more. Keep pressing the ball away. Don't sink into the shoulder. Last one. And then we're going to take it to the other side. So now my left arm is on the ball. Extend your right leg out. Set up where you need to be. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, press down into the ball. See if you can lift the left knee to tap the right. Inhale, set it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, set it down. 6 more. Last one. And then slow release. From here, we're going to make our way all the way down onto our back. We're going to have the feet up on the ball. So I like to have the feet towards the front edge of the ball. You can have your whole foot on the ball or you can have your heels on the ball. To be honest, I don't really mind, whatever's the most comfortable for you. Easier will be hands down. Harder will be hands towards the sky or reaching overhead. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to lift the hips up into a bridge. And then as you inhale, set them down. We're just going to do 4 more like this. Exhale to lift. Inhale, set it down. Last 3. This one we're going to hold at the top. As you inhale, you're going to extend the legs. And then as you exhale, pull the ball back in towards you. Inhale, press it away. Exhale, bring it in. We've got 3 more. And then slow, set it down. Give the hamstrings a little bit of a break. Last one that we're going to do, I promise. You're going to plant your feet on the ball. You could come into either of the ones that we just did, or we're going to take a march. I would recommend having your hands down for this to start. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring yourself up into your bridge. Check your hip to pelvis alignment. You're going to shift weight to the right foot. See if you can float the left leg. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, float the right leg. Inhale, set it down. We're doing 4 more on each side. If you're feeling really good, feel free to float those arms. Last ones. And then slowly set it down. From here, you're going to extend the right leg along with the ball, bend the left knee in towards the chest, grab somewhere behind that left leg, straighten it up towards the sky, just point and flex through the toes, the foot, maybe take some rolls through the ankle. And then you're going to bring it in towards you, switch it out, extend the right leg up towards the sky, hold anywhere behind the back of the leg except directly on the knee. Throw the ball in towards you, bring it underneath your knees, take your arms off to a capital T. You can stay static, or like you could let your knees fall to one side and just stay there, or you can use the ball to just help you roll gently from side to side, releasing it through the lower back. And then when you're ready, coming into a reclined pigeon, you could, of course, ditch the ball here if you wanted to. Otherwise, using that ball to support you, right knee crosses over left thigh. I'm using my right elbow to gently push my right knee away. You could come into any hip opener that you like here. And then switch it out to the other side. When you're ready, you could just drape your feet over the ball. You could come into a forward fold over the ball where you just let the ball support your body from the belly side. You could ditch the ball and come into Shavasana or whatever other pose you feel is serving you right now. Whenever you're ready, let the palms turn up towards the sky. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And a big open mouth exhale. As always, please feel free to stay here for as long as you have time for, or as long as serves you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Today, as you go forward, may you have kindness in your thoughts, peace in your words, and kindness in your heart. Namaste.